Brexit remains in focus despite the suspension of the UK Parliament. The British government bowed to pressure to publish its plans for a no-deal Brexit on Wednesday night, revealing warnings of severe disruption to cross-channel routes, which would impact the supply of medicines and certain types of fresh foods. But aside from Brexit, there are other developing stories that is on investors' radar today. And Juliana Olainka, my colleague at London Studios, will bring us up to speed with them. Hello, Juliana. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chimize.
Now, the European Central Bank is about now announcing its latest decision on interest rates against a backdrop of a slowdown in the countries using the euro. UK investors and the markets are definitely keen to hear what Mario Draghi has to say, don't they?
Absolutely. Of course, they've been painstakingly waiting for this announcement, which, of course, has just been wrapped up. And it has been seen as Mario Draghi's most important announcement in over 3 years, as the continent and the bloc are battling with recession. Of course, Germany, the continent's largest economy, contracted at the second quarter by 0.2%. And anything to kind of ease and put some injection into the Eurozone is what's needed. Draghi has cut interest rates by 10 basis points. It was at 0.4%. Now it's at 0.5%. This is basically to try and get businesses and banks lending more. So we'll see if that takes effect. Donald Trump has actually been reacted on Twitter. He was very fast with his thumbs, and he said, look, you know, the Eurozone are doing exactly what I want my Federal Reserve to do. The ECB are trying their best to devalue the dollar and hurt trade, and that's exactly what they have done by cutting these interest rates. But it's a wait and see game, I would say, Chimmy, because there are several things that are happening outside of Mario Draghi's control. One of them being that Britain are in a painful divorce with the European Union. The other is the threat from Donald Trump, because, of course, we've seen what's happened with China, and he has threatened to impose tariffs on European trade. And this tweet kind of sticks by that. And then, of course, Germany. Germany is a very large part of the ECB, so we'll have to see. But at the moment, it seems like it's good news for all those who were waiting for this.
Well, we'll wait to see what happens eventually. Well, let's look at some of the corporates. Results are due from companies in the retail sector, including John Lewis Partnership, Morrison's, and Cooperative Group. Any idea of the facts behind their figures?
Well, John Lewis has posted abysmal losses for the first half of the year. They're down £25.9 million. This is a similar story that we've been seeing on British high streets. And they, of course, have been blaming Brexit, but then they've also blamed consumer confidence, which they say is at an all-time low. Their CEO was talking earlier today, and they said, look, you know, if indeed there will be a no-deal Brexit, we're not sure we would be able to recover from that. So bad half-year losses for them, and they have hinted that there could be more. Their shares were down at intraday once they made that announcement. But it's a different scenario for Morrison's. Morrison's have reported good half-year deals, half-year profits this morning. As soon as they did that, their shares rose by 5%. They said their profits are up by 198 million. That's their total profits for this year. And it seems as if their deal with Amazon, their kind of partnership, is doing very, very well. They announced it in June that they'll be doing same-day deliveries with the giant, online giant. So they said that they'll be making that a lot more wider to more homes in London and across the northeast of England. So bad news for John Lewis, but good news for the supermarket chain Morrison.
All right, let's look at the markets. How have they traded so far this Thursday, and what are the major drivers?
Well, let's look specifically. The FTSE All-Share is down 0.04% at intraday. The FTSE 100 is up by 0.03%, and the FTSE 250 is down 0.17%. In currencies, the British pound is down on the US dollar by 0.06%, down on the euro by 0.17%, and up on the Japanese yen by 0.02%. Some of the big risers on the FTSE this morning were British American tobacco and also oil. Oil prices are up, so good news for BP and Royal Dutch Shell.
All right, thank you, Juliana, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Chime.